This is FREECOM4+, the world's best bike-to-bike long-range Bluetooth communication system. And this video will show you how to make the most out of it. Get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea if you're into those things, sit back and enjoy the show. Here it goes. JBL sound, natural voice operation, the first ever in a Bluetooth device, razor-thin roller wheel and long-range Bluetooth intercom. This device sets new standard to what is possible in a Bluetooth communication system. But don't mistake the sleek appearance. FREECOM4+ is tough. Packed inside a waterproof shell, coupled with 13 hours talk time, universal connectivity to any Bluetooth intercom of any brand, FREECOM4+ will take on the beating and keep on going. Rain, snow, mud, dust, and pretty much anything else you throw at it. Let's start. In this video, we'll cover the next 4 topics: unboxing your FREECOM, basic operation of the unit, installing your FREECOM on your helmet, and finally, next steps and frequently asked questions. FREECOM4+ comes neatly packed inside a compact box that includes either a single or a dual set. Let's open it and see what's inside. Remove the sleeve to reveal your FREECOM communicator box. Inside it, you'll find your communicator, or dual set, if you have 2 of these side by side. Remove the blister to reveal the documentation underneath it. These should include pocket guides, warranty and safety instructions, and installation instructions. There should be a sticker and a RADAS card. We do appreciate your feedback. Underneath the documents, you'll find the accessory box with all the gear you'll need to install and assemble your FREECOM4+ communicator on your helmet. A duo set will again have 2 of these boxes side by side. Opening the accessory box will reveal a FREECOM audio kit, 40mm JBL speakers, hybrid boom mic for open-faced or modular helmets, a wired microphone for closed-faced helmets, a pair of spacers to adjust the location of the speakers inside the helmet ear cavities, a set of 4 Velcros, 2 square and 2 rectangular, a USB cable, a glue plate, and 2 alcohol pads for use in the helmet installation process. That's it. Let's move on. Now that we've finished unboxing FREECOM, let's learn how to use it. FREECOM4+ is equipped with 3 easily accessible buttons and a clickable roller wheel at the bottom. The forward button controls music, the rear button controls phone operation, the upper button controls the Bluetooth intercom, and the bottom roller controls volume. Pressing it will mute, pause, or stop whatever you're doing. Turn on your unit by pressing the media and phone buttons together.
Hello.
You'll use the same button combination to shut it off. Now, I could run you through all the button pressing operations, but with an always-on natural voice operation system, you don't really need them. Hey Cardo, music on.
Music on.
Hey Cardo, next track. Hey Cardo, volume up. Hey Cardo, battery status.
Battery status 80%.
I think we're still good to go. Hey Cardo, music off.
Music off.
For those of you still attached to buttons, we made those in the FREECOM4+ especially easy to operate. To pair a mobile phone, press the phone button for about 5 seconds or until you hear the 3rd beep.
Mobile phone 1. Pairing.
On your mobile device, search the Bluetooth screen and in it search for FREECOM and pair it.
Paired successfully.
Pairing a second mobile device is almost similar. Start with the same, pressing the phone button for about 5 seconds or until you hear the 3rd beep.
Mobile phone 1. Pairing.
Then double tap the phone button to switch to a second pairing channel.
Mobile phone 2. Pairing.
Proceed with the pairing process on your mobile phone.
Paired successfully.
For GPS, use the second pairing channel as described previously and then swipe the wheel forward. Continue with the pairing process on your GPS.
Mobile phone 1. Pairing. Mobile phone. 2. Pairing. GPS. Pairing. Paired successfully.
Now that we got our mobile devices paired, let's start using our voice. Just remember to say, "Hey Cardo." For example, to activate music, say, "Hey Cardo, music on."
Music on.
"Hey Cardo, volume up." "Hey Cardo, volume down." "Hey Cardo, next track." "Hey Cardo, previous track." "Hey Cardo, mute audio."
Mute audio.
"Hey Cardo, unmute audio."
Unmute audio.
"Hey Cardo, music off."
Music off.
You can use buttons too. Click on the media button to start music playing. Play with the volume. Click again to move a track forward. Double click to move backwards. Now, let's play some radio. "Hey Cardo, radio on."
Radio on. 88.
"Hey Cardo, next station."
91.8.
"Hey Cardo, previous station."
88.
"Hey Cardo, volume down." "Hey Cardo, radio off."
Radio off.
You can also use buttons. Double tap the media button to access radio.
91.8.
Move next station.
99.
Or twice to move back to the previous one.
91.8.
To perform auto scan, press and scroll the wheel button.
96.5.
Press the media button once to stop the auto scan process. Press it again to save that station.
96.5. Saved.
Toggle between radio and music by pressing the media button for 2 seconds or until you hear the second beep. You can also just say, "Hey Cardo, music on." FREECOM comes with full phone support. Let's see how to make calls, receive calls, and control your phone features. Hey, there's a call coming. Just say, "Answer." No need to say, "Hey Cardo, answer." Want to ignore that call? Just say, "Ignore." But these are not the only things you can do with your phone. Initiating call is easy. Redial a number. "Hey Cardo, redial number."
Redial number.
Call an often used number. Make sure to store it in your Cardo Connect app and then say, "Hey Cardo, speed dial."
Speed dial.
But there's a third way. "Hey Siri,
Hey, Siri.
call home."
Calling home. Other.
If you're using Android, replace Siri with "OK Google." Just remember to wait for the phone to beep and then ask whatever you want. Of course, you can do all of these things using simplified button operations. To answer an incoming call, press any button. To reject, press any of the top 3 buttons for 2 seconds. To ignore an incoming call, quickly swipe the wheel both ways and the caller will never know you had better things to do. To end an active call, click either on the roller, the phone, or the media buttons. Now that we covered the basics, let's set up our Bluetooth intercom. FREECOM4 Plus is a 4-way bike-to-bike communication system that allows up to 4 riders to hold an intercom conversation at a distance of up to 1.2 kilometers between each unit, or 3/4 of a mile. We'll kick off this tutorial with a simple 2-way pairing. To pair 2 FREECOMs, start by pressing the intercom button for 5 seconds or until you hear the third beep on both units. You would see the LED light blinks in red.
Rider. A. Pairing.
Depending on several factors, the process of pairing may take up to 120 seconds.
Paired successfully.
Now that they're paired, let's open an intercom channel. To start an intercom conversation, press the intercom button once. To end that conversation, simply press that intercom button again. That wasn't too difficult, wasn't it? Now, let's add another rider. To connect a third rider, start by activating intercom pairing channel, pressing the intercom button for 5 seconds until it flashes in red. And then move to the second intercom channel by immediately double tapping that same intercom button.
Rider B. Pairing.
On the third unit, just activate the intercom channel in whichever way you want.
Paired successfully.
Now the 3 Bluetooth units are paired. To initiate a 3-way intercom, start by opening the second channel between rider 1 and 3 by double tapping the intercom button. To add rider number 2 to the conference, open the first channel by pressing the intercom button once. Voila! The 3 of you can now have a group conference. To stop the first channel talking between rider 1 and rider 2, press the intercom button once. To close the second channel between rider 3 and rider 1, tap the intercom button twice. That's it, we're done. Using this way, you can connect any Cardo communication system, including FREECOM2, FREECOM2 Plus, 1 Plus, PackTalk, SmartPack in Bluetooth mode, G9, Q3, Q1, SmartPack, Show1, SRC, and even an old G4. FREECOM also has universal connectivity, which means you can also pair it to Bluetooth intercom of any brands. More on that in the frequently asked questions section. Finally, it's time to add the 4th rider. To add a 4th rider, we'll use the 3rd rider as an intermediary. Start pairing by using the free pairing channel of the 3rd rider and then go to the 4th rider and activate intercom pairing. To have a 4-way conversation, start by opening the first channel between rider 1 and rider 2 and then the second pairing channel between rider 1 and rider 3. Ask rider 3 to open his communication channel to rider 4 and all of you can now have a 4-way conversation. Theoretically, you can add unlimited amount of devices in this fashion, but in reality, Bluetooth technology becomes very unstable once you go beyond 4 riders. Bluetooth was simply not designed to handle group riding, no matter if it's a Cardo device or a Bluetooth device by a competing brand. If you plan to have any meaningful conversation in a group of 4 and above, I highly recommend you to consider a mesh-enabled device like this DMZ-empowered PackTalk. When you're done talking, you can share some music or radio. When the music playing, just press the intercom button for 2 seconds until you hear the beep and you're on. To stop the music sharing, press the intercom button again for 2 seconds and sharing mode is off. That concludes the basic operations section of this tutorial. For more information about how to make the most out of a FREECOM4 Plus, grab the pocket guide and look inside. Stay on top of the latest and greatest tutorials, tips and tricks, and other great information. Subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. Installing a Bluetooth communicator on your helmet may at first seem like a major endeavor, but with FREECOM, it really isn't. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through all stages of installation. No tools needed. We will kick off with an open-faced helmet. For more information, including step-by-step illustrated process, check the installation guide that came inside your FREECOM box. Let's begin. Our first step would be to remove the inner cheek pads of your helmet to reveal the inner cavities inside. Once you located the ear cavities, take one of the alcohol pads and clean them thoroughly. You can also use the standard good quality wet wipes for that purpose. The cleaner the cavities, the better the results of the next stage will be. Speaking of the next stage, now that your helmet cavities are squeaky clean, it's time to install the square Velcros. Once installed, this will be the base on which you will attach the speakers. Grab one of the two square Velcros, remove the protection sheet, and attach it to the base of the ear cavity. Repeat the process for the other cavity. Good. The ear cavities are all prepared. It's time to install your 40mm speakers. Note that your speakers are not exactly the same. One is attached to a short cord, while the other one is much longer. We will use the short cord speaker on the left cavity, the long one on the right side. We will start with the left. Attach the speaker to the Velcro with the cord facing the neck pad. That was easy. Installing the right side speaker is just a tiny less obvious. Don't worry, it's not too complicated either. We will start by removing the helmet's head padding and run the long speaker cord through the top of the inner side of your helmet, all the way to the other side. This long cord also acts as your FM antenna for optimal radio reception. Make sure to run it all the way through the very top of the helmet. Attach the right speaker on its place and return the padding. Now for a pro tip. Put the helmet on your head. Insert your index finger and feel the speaker location against your ear. The speakers should be placed exactly opposite your ear canal, barely touching the very center of your ear. If this is not the case, you would very likely experience reduced audio performance. As a matter of fact, 9 out of every 10 complaints we get about poor volume levels are simply a result of an inaccurate speaker placement. Relocate the speaker location within the ear canal, or in some cases, even outside of the ear canal to ensure proper alignment. Now, some of you may ask, how come? Why would helmet designer place ear cavities in all the wrong places? The fact is that helmet manufacturers have to design ear canals according to statistical anatomy of an average person. Well, not everyone is average. My own ears, by the way, are notoriously forward placed. If the speaker's location is good, but your helmet ear cavities are especially deep, you may want to use the supplied spacers to get them closer. Simply attach the spacer to the Velcro and place the speakers on top of it. At the risk of repeating myself, getting the speaker location right is detrimental. The closer they are to your ear canal, the better your sound experience will be. Okay, now for the microphone. Grab a rectangular Velcro, remove the protective film, and glue it to the base of the cheek. Grab the second rectangular Velcro and place it about 5 centimeters or 2 inches away towards the cheek opening. Use the supplied hybrid boom mic. Note the base, the middle clamp, and the yellow triangle near the base of the boom. Once installed, that yellow triangle will face your mouth. We'll get back to it shortly. Attach the base of the mic to the first Velcro and adjust the clamp to fit the second Velcro. Finally, adjust the boom to meet your mouth with the yellow triangle facing you. Great. Now that wasn't too difficult. Installing a microphone on a closed-faced helmet, however, is even easier. Use an alcohol pad to clean the chin area. Grab a rectangular Velcro, remove the protective film, and glue it to the chin area. Attach the corded mic and run the cord along the left side rim of your helmet. The corded mic is available in FREECOM 2+ and 4+. FREECOM 1 and 1+ users can obtain the corded mic separately or just use the hybrid boom mic in the same fashion you did in the open-faced helmet. Now we're more than halfway done. It's time to attach the FREECOM cradle. Grab the cradle and behind it you'll find a flexible clip. This clip should go between the helmet outer shell and the inner lining. Thick-rimmed helmets, like this Schubert for example, are unsuitable for a clamp-based solution. Not to worry though, you can also install your FREECOM cradle using specially designed glue plate supplied in your FREECOM accessory box. Clean the designated area, with a wet wipe. Remove the sealing cover from the glue plate and attach it firmly into the lower left side of the helmet. Remove the clip from the cradle by pressing the bottom inner part of your FREECOM cradle and sliding the clip mechanism. Now, carefully slide the cradle on the glue plate until you feel and hear the cradle latches with a loud click. Now let's connect all the speaker and microphone wires and reinstall the paddings to their original location. We're almost there. Now for the very last step, mount your FREECOM unit. Note that the cradle has two sides, a connector side and a release tab. Insert the connector side first and then press firmly on the latch until you hear. That click you heard is important. If you don't hear the click, your FREECOM is not well connected and could fly off. Make sure your FREECOM is well attached before heading off. To release your FREECOM, push on the release tab and your FREECOM is free. Welcome to the tips and tricks section of our FREECOM 4 Plus tutorial. We got plenty in store, including upgrading your FREECOM 4 Plus firmware, extending the work life of your communicator, charge while you ride, activating universal Bluetooth intercom, solving low volume issues, solving microphone issues, and finally, resetting your unit. Where were we? Firmware upgrade. Keeping your unit updated with the latest firmware is one of the best freebies in the business. Not only does a firmware upgrade keep your unit free of bugs and glitches, in most cases it will provide you with additional functionality for zero additional cash. Even better, we've made software update super easy with an all-new Cardo Update software. Here is what you need to do. First, and if you haven't done so already, download the Cardo Update app from the Cardo website and register your unit. This is how you do it. Go to our website, click the Update tab and select your unit. Sign in using Google, Facebook or via an email and password. If you have previously signed to our now legacy Cardo community, you'll need to register again. Continue to register your unit by entering its serial number. You can locate the serial number on the back side of your Cardo communicator. Download the Cardo Update program to your PC or Mac and install it. You might be asked during the process to uninstall legacy versions of the Cardo Updater. Please approve uninstallations of the old updater in order for the new one to function correctly. Good. Now that we completed this part, let's update the firmware. Open the Cardo Update. Connect your unit via the provided USB cable. Once the unit is identified, Cardo Update will check the unit and let you know if a new version is available. If there is, Cardo Update will light up an update button. Press it. The firmware update process will now begin. Let it run and do not disconnect the unit until it's completed. Voila! Easy peasy. Your brand new unit comes with brand new 2-year complete warranty. But at Cardo, we build our unit to last way more than that. How long? That also depends on how well you treat it. Here are 2 simple tips that will pay back in years of extended operation. First, make sure to fully charge your FREECOM 4 Plus battery at least once every 3 months. This is especially important during off-season where your Cardo unit might be stored away in storage. Make a mental note to start the new calendar year with a full night charge of your stored unit. Charge it again on the first day of each quarter that follows. And now for the second tip. Treating your Cardo unit well will reciprocate in dividends. Never, ever yank the USB cord out of the unit USB port. Although we design our unit to withstand much abuse, aggressively pulling on the USB cable will eventually kill even the sturdiest of units. Do not twist or pull the cord sideways. Use reasonable care when removing the cable out of its charging socket to ensure your FREECOM 4 Plus long-term integrity. Your unit battery should support up to 13 hours of talk time, but in case you need some more juice, you can also charge it while you ride. Simply connect your unit to a 12-volt power outlet, a power bank. Your FREECOM will shut off immediately. Don't worry about it. Just power it back on and continue using it as it charges.
Hello.
Picture this, you just completed installing your FREECOM4 unit on your much beloved helmet, and taking it for a spin down the road, you can't help notice the sound experience is, well, somewhat disappointing. It seems almost as if someone muted the sound experience. Has Cardo skimped on volume? Can the issue be resolved? Let's work this one out. To start, FREECOM4 Plus comes equipped with the best sound system in the business, courtesy of JBL. The system contains not just super high definition 40mm JBL speakers, it also includes top-of-the-line music processors tuned to perfection at JBL Sound Labs in Los Angeles, California. In fact, FREECOM4 Plus sound system is only really limited by standard health and safety regulation. In plain words, FREECOM Sound by JBL system is not only great, it's also loud. But to get the most out of your JBL speakers, you must place them correctly with their epicenter directly facing your ear canals. You may be excused for thinking placing the speakers in the center of your helmet ear cavity would do the trick. But unlike mass-produced helmets, each person's ear location is slightly different. Your helmet designated speaker cavity may not match the location of your ear. This is how you solve the issue. Put your helmet on and try to slide a finger inside to see if the speaker's location are correctly placed with their center opposing your ear canal. You would want the speakers to be as close as possible to your ears without being obtrusive and uncomfortable. Adjust the location of the speakers accordingly, placing them out of the helmet designated ear cavity if you must to ensure best sound experience. You're talking over the phone or with your buddies through the intercom system, and they tell you they can hear you very well. Perhaps even can't hear you at all. While microphone failures can seldom happen, the vast majority of cases are much easier to fix. If you're using a boom microphone, have a quick look at the yellow triangle near the base of the boom. It should face your mouth. If it's not, correct the positioning accordingly and see your problem is solved. All FREECOM units are equipped with universal connectivity, allowing you to pair them up with any non-Cardo unit of any other major Bluetooth brand. Here is how. Enter universal connectivity mode by pressing the intercom button for 5 seconds or until you hear the third beep. Then, press the phone button. Your FREECOM unit is now ready to pair with any other non-Cardo unit. On whichever non-Cardo device you use, start mobile phone pairing. This way you can pair a Sena,
Paired successfully.
or an Interphone,
Paired successfully.
or a Midland,
Paired successfully.
or any other brand you fancy. Sometimes you just need a reset. And so does your unit. A full factory reset is done by pressing the front 3 buttons for 5 seconds. Your unit will flash purple and then turn off. That's it. Still have questions or unresolved problems? Be sure to check out our comprehensive support page on our website. You'll find vast resources of additional frequently asked questions, videos, manuals, and link to our technical help desk. Until then, enjoy your ride and be safe.